Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Woo, we got ourselves a tier list video. We are tier ranking all the main Bible heroes of the Bible. The Bible heroes. Now, we're going to tier rank these folks as the ultimate tier rank. These are going to be the main characters. So, first of all, number one, we're not going to mention every hero in the Bible, every character. We know that they're in there. I'm not ignoring them. Just know that. Number two is we also, this is my opinion, I'm going to be ranking them based on the impact that they had. So impact they had in their lives, in history, and as we continue to go on, okay? So it's just my opinion. Your opinion could be different. I'm not blaspheming on here by not mentioning or saying certain things about them. I know all of these people were significant, and so I'm not saying that any of them aren't significant. Of course, God used them all. So just know that as well. This is just my tier ranking if I had to say what I think. So let's look at my schedule here, my little ranking system. We got God tier at the top, right? It ain't S tier. No. We're talking about the Bible. So it's God tier. Okay, God tier. It's the Bible. So this is going to be, I'm going to be picky with it. There might not be too many God tiers, just to let you know. This is high level right here. Then we got legendary. All right? Legendary are people that might not be God tier, but man, like you're putting your baby boy, your baby daughter to sleep with these stories, and they're like waking up like they're jumping on the couch trying to be like these folks. You know what I mean, right? They're walking around like, this is children's church. You're gonna fire when you're talking about these, right? I mean, this is, we got songs about these folks, right? Legendary. Then you got solid. They're not legendary, they're not God, but you know what? We're glad they got some time on the page. We're glad that they got a couple lines on the page, their story. It's important, it's good. Like they got in there, they were written about, that's the airtime they needed. They were solid. And then you got the overhyped. This is probably, we're going to differ a bunch of things. Maybe you might be thinking, some of my overhyped are probably your solids or legendary, or maybe even God tier, and your delusion. It's okay. I'm right. You're going to be wrong. Overhyped. These are the ones that's like, listen, maybe people, pastors are preaching 50 sermons about this, folks. Man, we should only had one or two max. I mean, these people are overhyped. I think we're going a little bit too deep on these folks, right? And then we got the probably not even saved. All right, so let's just get honest. We're not sure we're going to see these people in heaven. They were more trouble than they were good. Yeah, I understand, they believed in Jesus and everything, but I'm not convinced. I'll see all these folks in heaven. They might not even be saved, all right, because of the stupidity that they did in these stories. So we're going to get to it. Let's go. I'm going to do the heroes tier ranking today, and then I'm going to do another tier ranking videos on the villains of the Bible. I got a lot more tier ranking videos coming your way. If you love them, once again, my name is Gavin Tate. I have been training people to become disciples of Jesus Christ and working in the supernatural to see miracles and be effective in their calling for the last 21 years. If you want help growing in your relationship with God, just click the link in the description. Get into the community. Let's grow your relationship with God. All right, so here we go. We're starting off with David, King David. Okay, all right. So what are we going to say about David? I'm just going to sit here for now. It's not where he's going. I'm just putting him there. David's a man after my own heart. He did commit adultery, though. I mean, one of the worst sins of the Old Testament. So he's kind of wavering down here now a little bit. But he did slay Goliath. That was pretty legendary. He did it while he was a teenager. Had a lot of impact. I mean, literally, Jesus was then called the son of David because God was so moved by what David did. I'm going to put him in legendary for now. We'll see what happens. He's legendary though, for sure. I don't know about God tier, but he's legendary for sure. Okay. Now we got Abraham. See, he's looking at the stars there. Abraham. All right. So Abraham, literally the father of faith. I mean, that's pretty legendary. The father of faith, right? I mean, but he did almost kill his son and he was willing to do it, even though it was in obedience to what God said. But he also was like the biggest scaredy cat because he lied about his own wife, said that she was his sister so that he wouldn't get in trouble. That's a little, that might be, does that put him in the overhyped? Abraham. Well, I mean, we are, there's literally a covenant called the Abrahamic covenant. I'm going to put him in solid right now, the top of solid right now. We're just going to put him in solid. I think he might go up to legendary. We'll see. We got Joseph here. You see the coat of many colors? Joseph is at least solid for sure. I mean, Joseph was having like amazing dreams because of Joseph. Oh my gosh. He was, thrown into the pit, betrayed by his brothers, still kept a great attitude, went for 13 to 14 years in prisons and serving in a place that he was not called to. This is like the example of Jesus in the Old Testament. Joseph is like an amazing typology of Jesus. Literally what Jesus went through and what we go through when God gives us a promise, he gets a promise and the exact opposite happens to his life. Okay, he's definitely solid. He then interprets dreams. He interprets these dreams, and then he gets ascended from the prison into the place with Pharaoh, literally at his right hand. Oh man, guys. Okay. All right. And he forgives all of his brothers after betraying him. I mean, that's serious forgiveness. And if it wasn't for Joseph, the Israelites probably would have all died off. He took care of them, and he got the 12 tribes wouldn't have come because those were his brothers. He's definitely at the top of solid. I'm going to go legendary just for right now. I mean, Joseph was, man. All right, let's go to Paul. All right, we got the Apostle Paul, persecutor, turned from persecution, Christian executioner to like one of the greatest evangelists literally of the New Testament, the Apostle Paul. So he's definitely solid. Paul did write 2/3 of the New Testament. Without Paul, I don't know, man. It's pretty amazing. He definitely ain't overhyped. Paul is solid. But man, he really did have he really didn't like it when people were talking back to him. I mean, he split up with Barnabas. He had some other issues. He did sing in a prison, literally, and the entire prison shook and the chains came off. That was pretty sick. Paul is very instrumental because of the New Testament. I got to put him in legendary. He might be at the end. Definitely more than solid, though. Okay, let's keep it going. So we're looking now. Who are we looking at now? Okay, we're looking at Daniel surrounded by all these lions. Daniel, now guys, Daniel might be my first God tier, if definitely at the top of legendary. Guys, Daniel, of all of the prophets, most of the prophets were there for 1 or 2 kings. So like one king would reign and then die, and then he'd be the advisor to the next king. Daniel was there as an advisor to almost 6 kings. He went through 6 whole kings and stayed the number 1 advisor because God continuously promoted him back to the point when a new king would come. This guy was so powerful. Not only did he sit in a place where he was buried and all of these lions didn't kill him because he was praying, but like God answered this man's prayer, gave him such wisdom. Daniel's legendary. Daniel is almost my God tier. He was like the most powerful prophet of all the prophets, I would say personally, like of his impact and how it still goes to today. The visions Daniel had, not to mention the visions Daniel had of the future and heaven and everything else. He might be God tier, guys. I'm just going to keep him for legendary right now because I'm really picky with that God tier, but he's at the top. He's at the top of legendary, guys. Okay, we got Elijah. Look at the fire coming down. Elijah was the first of a lot of miracles. He rained down fire, took a whole entire army of the prophets of Baal, and he took them to a duel, made fun of the prophets of Baal while they were worshiping Baal because nothing was happening. He literally said, I think your God might be sitting on the toilet relieving himself. Like one of the best line drops, right? I mean, he's definitely solid. Is he going to be more than Abraham, though? He's not higher than Abraham for just lasting impact. We don't have the Elijah covenant. We have the Abrahamic covenant. Legit, though. Legit with the miracles. Ooh, we got a first woman. We got Deborah. Oh, we got Deborah. Oh, Deborah. Oh, my God. Deborah, y'all, was a prophetess. Not only that, she led an army herself, guys. Stepped in there when a man wasn't doing it. Said, you got to come and lead it. Deborah's like, I'll lead it. She led the army battle and she was a prophet. I mean, she's definitely solid. Is she more solid than Elijah? Is she legendary? Oh, no, she's legendary. She's not even solid, guys. She's legendary. So where's she at on the legendary? Because, man, when I tell my little girl about Deborah, I mean, is she above David? Is she above Joseph? Is she above Paul? I'm going to have to rearrange this because I think Paul, Joseph, I'm going to put down here. Deborah, Daniel's still better than David for me. Deborah, man, it's starting to get difficult, guys. It's starting to get difficult. Okay. All right. So we got Deborah, legendary. Joseph was so important, but I'm going to say, okay. Man, Joseph, am I pulling him down to top of solid? Joseph, I'm going to put but he's not even more than Abraham. There we go. Okay. Joseph's down on solid now, guys. Joseph is solid. He's really solid, but Abraham's still ahead. Okay, let's go to Joshua. Ooh, Joshua. Joshua took armies. Joshua took over after Moses, and he led them actually into the promised land. Moses could not go in because of the disobedience. Joshua actually leads them into the promised land. We're talking the walls of Jericho fall down. I mean, now here's the deal. Oh, this is tough now because when it comes to impact, he was super impactful, obviously, right, at the enemies of God. But when it comes to like storytelling to your kids, people in your life, legendary stories, man, with this guy. I'm going to put him above Elijah. I'm going to put him above Joseph. I'm going to keep him on solid. Joshua's legit, though. Joshua is literally another Old Testament example of Jesus. There's so many of them, but this guy inspires you. If you want a session where you're going to get hyped up, read some Joshua. Build your faith. Now we got Noah. Noah, oh, the only man on earth. Oh, he's legendary already. The only man on earth who found grace in God's sight. This guy is legendary because when everybody else around him, literally, the Bible says every other person on earth was thinking evil. That includes his wife and kids. It said he was the only person on earth. That's powerful. Wow. He literally defied the odds. Nobody could peer pressure this guy. He's going up. And because of Noah, like we wouldn't probably have anybody because the flood came and killed everybody. Noah came, man, Noah was at the top of legendary. Is he going to be God tier, my first God tier, Noah? Because of, literally, guy, his family, like, responsible for all of us, basically, after the flood. You believe in the Bible, creation, the flood, he's going to be on my first God tier. I'm going to put Noah on my first God tier, okay? Noah's going to be my first God tier. All right. Then we got John the Baptist. John the Baptist. Wow. Okay. John the Baptist. He ate locusts, wore all the leather belts and, lived out in the wilderness. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And he also got to baptize Jesus. That puts him up a rank for sure. He's the only man who ever said he baptized Jesus. So he's super solid. John the Baptist. Guys, he was the one responsible for preparing the way for Jesus. Literally, that John. No, Jesus said himself, he said, if there is nobody has faith and as godly as John the Baptist, he said there's nobody like him. Jesus praised John the Baptist, but he said the least in the kingdom of heaven is going to be even more than John the Baptist. But man, this guy, he's legendary status. As far as his impact, preparing the way for Jesus, I'm going to put him, do I put him above Paul? I'm going to put him right there. This is my opinion. This is my opinion, guys. All right. Don't get upset now. Who do we got here? We got Peter. Peter. Oh my God. Peter. See, Jesus is there reaching out to him. He's walking on the water. So just because he walked on the water, he ain't overhyped, right? Now, he might be my first. I'm not sure he's saved. Peter, guys, the guy walks on water one moment, comes and denies Jesus the next moment, right? Jesus, I'm going to be with you forever. It actually comes to it. Guy's got no spine, runs, denies Jesus 3 times, total betrayal. That should put him in maybe not saved anyway, but then Jesus does come back and say, you love me, feed my sheep, right? Is he overhyped though? We talk a lot about Peter. I'm going to say at least Peter's overhyped. I'm going to say Peter's overhyped, guys. Peter's my first overhyped. Maybe he's in heaven, but I'd say he's overhyped, right? So we preach so much about Peter, and we really like preaching about, the walking on the water story and, how awesome that was. But then, it's not enough people talking about, Peter's other side, he put his foot in his mouth a lot. I think we should preach about Peter. He's powerful. Nobody else can say they walked on water. All right. That keeps him out of the probably, not saved category, maybe, but I don't know. That's what I think right now. All right. That's what I think right now. We got Elisha. So we had Elijah and then we got Elisha. I'm going to put Elisha even above Elijah because it got the double portion of what Elijah had. So that's for sure. Saw the chariot come down, did the double portion. He also, who else? Who else, guys? Who else? When somebody made fun of his bald head, sent bears to eat him up. That's intense. Ooh, that's a good story. That's at least solid. That's really solid. You know what? Is he more than Joshua? Abraham's got to be at the bottom of legendary. That's what's messed up with this. Abraham, I'm moving him up to the bottom of legendary. Solid. Is he more than Joshua? He's definitely more than that. Is he more than Joseph? I don't know about that. All right, I'm going to put him right there for now. Who do we got next? We got Priscilla. She's in there. This is New Testament. She was literally running the New Testament church with her husband Aquila, and they were running the New Testament church. So she was like one of the forerunners of the New Testament church after Jesus left. This is a hero. This woman's incredible. Encouraging all the saints, running the churches, prophesying, doing the whole deal. Incredible leader, super solid. Is she legendary? I'm going to put her behind Joshua. Solid.
Hope you're enjoying the video. We'll get back to it in just 1 second, but I want to invite you into my free community called Daily Discipled. It's where I get to help you grow in your relationship with Jesus. We talk about everything: fasting, prayer. You're going to learn about spiritual warfare, everything you'd want to know on the habits in order to grow your relationship with God, and it's completely free. Just click in the link in the description below. Let's get started on growing your relationship with Jesus like never before, because we're called to be daily disciples.
Really, really, really solid, incredible, really important, obviously. Then we got Samuel, the prophet Samuel. Oh, man. Samuel, guys. Samuel, the Bible says about Samuel that not one word that he said fell to the ground. When he spoke, God, who else? God trained Samuel to hear his voice himself, when he was already serving from a young boy. His whole story is a miracle. Serving from a young boy in front of the ark of God. So he's serving with the priest. Man, he's there. He's sleeping one day. God literally calls his name audibly. He thinks it's Eli's voice who runs to him. This is legit, man. Samuel, he was able to anoint David as king, anointed Saul as king too, before David. But this guy, what he said and what he did, literally, they didn't need a king when Samuel was around, guys. Man, he's at the top of solid. He might be legendary. He's at the top of solid at least. They did not need a king when Samuel. The first time they asked for a king was with Saul. And Samuel's like, he goes to the Lord and God says, listen, he says this to Samuel. He said, they're not rejecting you, they're rejecting me. God literally was so close with Samuel, and Samuel represented the Lord, that he said, when you're talking about Samuel rejecting him, you're rejecting me. Wow. He says it about every New Testament believer now and disciple, but Samuel is one of those few. I'm going to put Samuel at the top of that. The prophet Isaiah. Man, Isaiah, this dude had some serious, I'm going to put him at solid, incredible prophecies. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, for he has anointed me. He had some, incredible things at the end times as well. I'm going to put him right there between Elisha and Elijah. Okay, I like that for right now. We're going to rearrange this at the end too, but I like that for right now. Okay, what we got here? We got Nehemiah. Oh, Nehemiah rebuilding the place of God, the house of God. Nehemiah was the first one who said, the Lord's house cannot remain in ashes. He was so legit, guys. When people came to stop Nehemiah and distract him, he was like that amazing story that you read about not getting distracted when God's wanting you to do the work. He never stopped the work. People were trying to come after him. There was assassination attempts, people coming to discourage him, the letters, intimidation tactics. He never fell for any of them. Solid, man. He's definitely not overhyped. He's underrated. Oh, put him there for now. Oh, we got Mary, the mother of Jesus. I don't know. I think she's overhyped. No, Mary, the mother of Jesus. All right. Well, what did she do in her life? She didn't really do anything. She did something, I guess. She rode on a donkey, did the whole thing. Birthed Jesus as a virgin. I guess that pulls her kind of higher. She's definitely the top of legendary. I'm going to say she's God tier. I'm going to say right now Mary's God tier. All right. The Immaculate Conception, all that. Good Lord. Okay. Oh, we got Abigail. Abigail here, guys. Abigail, she's a hero. Abigail actually rescued David from being killed. Came in the midst of a serious situation, rescued her husband too. She's underrated. This is an underrated. She's amazing. Married David, but rescued her husband from getting killed too because he was an idiot. She is a great representation of women who are married to idiots, but she just makes them look good. I'm one of those people, right? Who maybe, God has used me. Thank God for my wife, right? All right, so I'm gonna put her. It's awesome. She's super solid. I'm gonna put her right below Elijah here. Super solid though. Super solid. Okay, we got John. Oh, we all know Apostle John, the one who laid on Jesus's chest. The one who laid on Jesus's chest. He's gonna say that. I'm sure I'm gonna hear it in heaven.
I'm the one who put my head on his chest. Nobody else.
We know, John. We know. We understand, John. How close the beloved, John the beloved. Right? Peter's like, what about him? And Jesus is like, don't talk about him. His end's going to be whatever it needs to be. You just think about your own life. He kind of got some treatment. Is he overhyped though, guys? Is he overhyped? I love John. He's awesome. Friend, he did write the entire book of Revelation. So the only one who actually saw the future, Daniel did too. A couple other ones, legendary or overhyped. I think he's a little overhyped. I don't know. Gosh, so much we talk about him and preach about him. He's just like God's favorite and everything. Listen, I think Daniel, man, should be talked about more. These people, John, Book of Revelation, I'd say he's overhyped. I'm not saying he's not solid or legendary, but I just think he is overhyped, man. I think we talk about John a little too much. I think we're overhyping him because he laid on the chest. You know what I'm saying? Okay, who we got? Jesus Christ. Over solid, legendary. I don't know, man. Jesus, what would I say? He's the top of God tier. He's the top of God tier. He kind of owns the tier because he's God. Anyway, let's move on. Why did he even get on the list? Dear Jesus. Okay, let's go. We got Gideon here. Gideon, we only got a few left. We're at Gideon now. Gideon, legit. Gideon's legit. Gideon was at a place of total fear in his life. He's definitely not overhyped. He's at a total fear in his life, and God tells him, you mighty man of valor, sends him out. He's got thousands of soldiers, and God says, listen, you got too many. So he ends up winning these battles with 300 men when he started with 1,000. That's legendary status. I'm going to put him at the bottom of legendary. He's at least legendary. That's legit. So good. We got Samson. He's wrestling a lion literally in the picture. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Is Samson overhyped, though? Is Samson overhyped, though? When it comes to stories, every kid, obviously, every boy wants to know about Samson. But he wasn't very solid. I'm actually not even sure he might be saved, guys. Right? I mean, I'm sure he is, but guys, I mean, the last moments, right? It was in the last moment. Lord, give me the strength, pushes down the pillars, right? And of course, you guys know I'm just joking. I mean, I'm sure he's there in heaven, but he probably ain't saved. I don't think he's saved. He's my first probably not saved. He was amazing. Serious issue with women. Dear God. Though, I mean, think about the two things God told him. Don't cut your hair. Don't go around with women. What did he make sure he did the best? Go around with women, get his hair cut by a woman. All right. So let's go. We got Rahab. Oh, she is underrated. Rahab, underrated. She's super solid. Oh, where am I going to put her? She rescued, remember the spies who came in before Joshua? She was there. She's a hero to those spies for sure. Jericho is about to be plundered and come down, and she actually rescues them and then, sneaks them out in the middle of the night so they're not seen. And then she puts the red cord down, the scarlet cord representing the blood of Jesus. So the entire walls fall down except for her room. Rescues her entire family too. This is a hero. Oh, she's solid. She's legendary. I'm going to put her over Priscilla. Joshua couldn't even come in if it wasn't for her, right? I'm going to put her right under Joseph. I'm going to put her right under Joseph. Legendary. She's solid though. Super solid. All right. Who we got? We got Solomon. Only a couple of Solomon. Oh my gosh. Solomon, one of the smartest men in the world and one of the dumbest men in the world. Dear God. I mean, you look at him, you're like, this is the smartest guy ever. When you read the Proverbs, you're like, my gosh, Solomon. Wow. And then you're like, he had 1,000 women? Smartest guy ever. Wait a minute, 700 wives? 300 concubines? Only a crazy man does this. Only a dumb man does this. Who would do this to this? Solomon did. Supposedly the wisest man on the face of the earth. No, Solomon. They drove you crazy. The women drove you crazy. Okay, well, he did build, guys, the tabernacle. The whole day, like the new place, David got the plans, gave it to Solomon to build. He did also, when God gave him the chance to ask for riches and everything else, he didn't do it. He asked for wisdom instead. That was pretty legit. That was tight. He's above solid for me. I'm gonna put him above Gideon. I'm not gonna put him above Abraham. I got to move Abraham up. I'm going to have to move Abraham up to legendary. I'm going to move him up just past Rahab there, but he's legit. Okay. We got Jacob is wrestling with angels, y'all. That at least makes him solid. Definitely solid. Wrestle with an angel and one. Tap out. Can you see him putting him in the joint lock or the neck? The angel's like, Jacob. What do you want from me? I won't let you go till you bless me. Okay, Jacob. Hey, your name is Israel. Okay, let me go. Honey, can you see it? Jacob. Solid, man. Oh, you wrestled an angel. That's sick. I'm going to put him solid above Priscilla, though. No, Priscilla's legit. Okay, let's go here. Who we got? We got Hezekiah, King Hezekiah. We got 5 left. King Hezekiah, one of the greatest kings. He was supposed to die of a sickness. Prophet came in and said, Hezekiah, you can't die. You're going to die of this sickness. And then he turns to the wall and says, Lord, haven't I served you with all of my heart? He was the one who really decided, he rediscovered the Bible manuscripts, totally changed the entire nation of Israel, was one of the best kings ever, literally, that pleased God. Very solid. I'm not going to put him in Solomon's tier, though. I'm going to put him right below. I'm going to put him Nehemiah. I'm going to put him, man, Isaiah went through a lot, man. I don't think I can put him above Isaiah. All right, I'm going to put him down here. Okay, oh my gosh. Then we got Thomas. I ain't sure he's saved, guys. Doubting Thomas, I don't know about that, guys. I'm not sure he's saved. He probably ain't in heaven, guys. He literally had to feel like, he wouldn't even believe. Everybody's saying Jesus rose from the dead. He's like, if I don't feel the wounds in his hands, if I don't feel the wounds in his feet, I won't believe. Come on. Jesus walks through the wall. Here I am. Here I am, Thomas. What the heck, man? You know, like, did he go to heaven? I don't know. I don't know. It's my opinion. He probably ain't saved. He down. Okay, who we got here? We got Esther. Oh my gosh. Esther, she's legendary. Esther's legendary. She's going to be way up here. Esther, guys, was literally went into the king's court when she could have died, took her life for the nation of Israel that was about to be wiped out. We're talking a total wipeout. This woman, man, is she above Daniel? Daniel's so legendary, but Esther, I'm going to put it right below Daniel. Esther, guys, she's legendary. This woman, because of what she did, turned the entire nation of Israel from being assassinated to the man who was going to assassinate them being assassinated. Like the entire everything. Literally, you ever heard that phrase? Maybe you are here for such a time as this. That's Esther. She literally went in against all fear. I mean, this woman, my daughter's going to hear about Esther. Is she God tier? Esther? Man, all right. I'm just going to put, okay, she's really high. She can't surpass Daniel for me. All right. Now we got Jonathan, the best friend. Solid. I'm going to put him, he's just a best friend. He's a great friend. Okay, so he's a hero. He also was great at doing a lot of things. Just a great friend. What does that earn him? To be a good friend? I'm going to put him right here above Abigail. Good friend. Okay, and lastly, we got Moses splitting the Red Sea. Anointing-wise, Moses would be God tier. When it comes to impact, legendary, definitely. Is he above John the Baptist? Prepare the way for Jesus. He's above Paul. He's above David. Okay, I got to rearrange this now. So Paul's going to be here. I'm gonna put Moses above Paul. I'm gonna put David. Let me look at this one last time. Let me look at this. Daniel. Okay, I like that. This one. Oh, he's right here. Is Deborah. Okay, Solomon. I put him high. Let's put Solomon and Gideon. I'm gonna put him down here. He's not above Samuel. I'm gonna change him. He's there. Solomon. What he did. Okay, you got Deborah. Gosh, guys. Wow. Deborah. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Abigail, yep. Priscilla, Rahab, yes. Isaiah, above Hezekiah, okay. Elijah, Jonathan, above Abigail. I'm going to put Abigail above Jonathan. We got the top of overhyped is going to be Peter, definitely. The top, and then we got John, overhyped, guys. Let's do overhyped. Samuel, or Samson, and Donnie Thompson. My name would be safe. Absolutely, guys. That is my tier list video on the heroes. Listen, if you enjoyed that, you want more tier list videos, comment in the comments below what you would like me to do a tier list video on from the Bible. I got some more tier list videos coming your way. I love doing these. This was fun. This was really, really fun. Click the link in the description if you want to grow your relationship with the Lord. Let's do this. Share this with somebody. Tell me what you think. What would your God tiers, legendary tiers, solid tiers, overhyped, probably not say? What do you disagree with? What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Let's go. God bless you guys. See you later.